Hi y'all. I'm coming at you from inside my purple room, the sacred center of the home where I do a lot of my processing, a lot of my praying, a lot of my healing work, and it's just too cold to go outside to make a video today. We had snow flurries a little earlier. What's today? April 19th, 2022, and I thought, since I'm back on this platform and wanting to be more transparent, authentic, present, possible, real, that I shouldn't try to manipulate the content so much or present a particular vibe or style or any of it. So I was thinking an allowance for myself to rant from time to time so that I can remain relatable and to keep a fucking sense of humor about things as they play out. I made a post over the weekend, which was super rich and powerful, from a place called Pluto's Cove, not too far away from here in Shasta. And I was just, maybe you'll watch the video. I think it's worthwhile. It was a beautiful gift, and I was very happy to share it. And then I captured what I did inside of that cave. I mean, to go in the depths of that stillness was something else. And if and when you come to visit me for your holy work here in Mount Shasta, I would love to take you there to Pluto's Cave. As I was leaving the cave, making my way back to my car, it's probably like a half a mile, easy trek. And I came upon, or this woman came upon me with two little dogs and a real big dog. Now let me rewind to tell you that I've been carrying pepper spray with me since I had my first bear sighting in the fall. I don't know what my little hot pink pepper spray is gonna do for any bear that's coming at me. I really have to get more honest about my skill set in nature, but it is a little bit of a sense of security, maybe false security, that I have this pepper spray in my pocket. And I've been taking it on my walks, because I do walk in the woods, I do walk in the lake, I do walk in the forest, and I walk by myself most of the time. Now, granted, I've been talking to you about unseen support. Yeah, that's here too. But in the real world reality, it's not that the unseen support manifests itself and does its jujitsu to protect my physical well-being. And so for that, I've got my pepper spray. So I had it in my pocket. And this woman's dog, I gotta say, judgment alert, it's coming. This woman had to be in maybe her late 60s, 70s. Two little yippy dogs, one big dog. This big dog's coming at me hard, charging me. I think because there was nothing else around, and I'm approaching them and they're approaching me, and this dog is raging at me, and it's got its teeth, out, and it's charging and it's posturing, and I just start shrieking. I've not heard those sounds come out of my body before. And I was terrified, and I was alarmed, and I was in shock, and I'm just hopping around, and I'm screaming, and the screams are kind of keeping the dog at bay, and I'm reaching in my pocket, and I've got my pepper spray. And this woman, obviously I'm in distress. Obviously, I'm popping around like you see like in the animated cartoons. Woo! And I'm shrieking and yelling and screaming, and I'm just totally disoriented, considering that one of my dear friends got attacked in the face by a dog months ago and had to go through plastic surgery. And 2 weeks ago, there was a dog coming at me from Lake Siskiyou. Didn't get close, but came bounding down, barked, and then went back up. And I was like, I don't even know where these dogs are coming from. Deeper lesson, I'm sure. Don't know. It's revealing itself. Maybe it will happen in this video. We'll see. I'm asking this woman, can you please come get your dog? Can you get your dog? Come get your... She didn't change her pace. There was no excitement on her end. She was waddling slowly toward me while I'm hopping around, screeching and screaming as this dog's coming at me, going back, coming at me, going back. And I'm dumbfounded. I just don't understand why she's not hopping to it. You know, I don't even see that she has a leash. The dog doesn't even have a collar. And somehow she and her two little dogs make their way by me. And I'm thinking this woman's not even regarding what my situation is. She's got no care. And I'm screaming, take some responsibility for your dog. I'm going off. Like, I'm heightened. I haven't been this heightened in a long time. Take some responsibility for your dog. You know, and she goes by me. She can't grab her dog because it's not wearing a collar. So she's just kind of pretending to manage him. They make their way by me. And I'm saying something to her. I can't quite remember what I said. I think I'm cussing at this point. I'm trying not to call her names. I'm just trying to discharge more of this wild energy, that the terror that has like captured my central nervous system. And the dog comes back at me from having passed me. And so I start spraying this pepper spray, not at the dog because it's not in my nature to hurt anything, right? And I'm just kind of, and besides, it's got such like a sharp, like, it's like a water gun. It's a very narrow stream. And I'm not even aiming at the dog. I'm aiming like over to the side. And that will be the part that I change next time. There's a dog approaching me aggressively. I'll just start to like do like a side to side sweep to injure the dog, to get it off of me, to get it to calm down. This dog, it wasn't done with me from terrorizing me from the front. She hadn't grabbed a hold of it, taken responsibility for it. It's coming at me again from this side, and I'm spraying at it, and I'm screaming, and I'm in disbelief. And this woman, it's mainly this woman that this post is about. It's this personality. It's this archetype. It's this, I don't even know what it is. We finally get some distance, and then she and I are like having this nasty banter where I'm like, I can't believe it. She's like, get over it. I'm just like, fuck, you know, just cursing this fuck to clear my body, to like shake it out of my system. And before I finish my fuck, which was for me to discharge, she's saying, off. I'm just like, what? What? No responsibility, no accountability. I was terror-ridden, maybe from her perspective, needlessly. She knows her dog. I don't know her fucking dog. I know this dog's coming at me, showing me its teeth, posturing, and I'm mortified because I've got my past history and I've got this friend of mine in my brain, and I've had recent contact with a strange dog. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this woman. The audacity, right? There's so much going through my head. It took me a minute, and maybe it'll finally be discharged after this video, but I did my deep breathing and I shook my body, and I think I called her a psychopath or something like that. I wish I could have been more witty, you know. I wish I could have like really laid out what that actual exchange was or should have been or could have been. I'm not there yet. I'm better than I've been in the past. The fact that I had the pepper spray, the fact that I was letting sound out of my body, the fact that I was asking her to take responsibility, the fact that I actually sprayed the stuff. My defenses have well improved over these years, and so I am grateful for that level of response. And I can tell by the shriek in my voice and the terror in my body that I've got a lot more work to do. A lot more work to do. But so does this lady, right? And it just reminded me, I have some sweet, dear friends who off-leash their dogs frequently and who have no awareness, empathy, or compassion for how their little dogs affect the strangers that they come into contact with. For my dog-owning friends, I know you want your dog to be free, but what is more relevant? Like, I came out of this incredible Pluto's Cave sharing download, blasted heart open, and what the energies of light and dark will do on the planet right now will certainly find that. And there was this energetic attack for sure. And this woman had no compassion, no empathy for what her dog had done in the energetic sharing that she and I were up to. And it was so disheartening. It was so frustrating. So I'm trying to take it as an ability to, an opportunity to share my realness and to share the things that I come in contact with, to share that we will get blasted when we're in an open-hearted space. It does happen frequently, and it will happen again. So to be continually discerning, to be aware, to be real present when you have shared your heart and been open and vulnerable, to just be mindful of the environment, because the way the darkness works in consciousness with a light being that is evolving, there will be tests, there will be things thrown in the path, and not to falter, not to fall, not to judge, not to self-blame, not to contract, not to contract. I'm taking it as a very long 12-minute video to remind you of that on the path of expanding consciousness, that is part of it. The dark does make its way into light moments. But also a call out to the dog owners out there to please be respectful and mindful of the shared space that your beautiful, beloved pet has with other people, regardless of their history. That people come with their own preconditioned experiences, and that it is completely unkind to allow your dog to be off leash and to scare or terrorize anyone who comes across their path. It is your responsibility to have your dog either well trained or leashed. And I think a lot of people think they have their dog trained, but they don't. They don't. And so, call to action, just leash your dog. I had one for 14 years, and I only let her off leash in designated areas in dog parks. You know, it's like becomes an area of privilege and self-righteousness and just real lack of empathy for your fellow sisters and brothers who are just trying to make our way. So that's my rant. If anyone's still here 13 minutes later, God bless you. May this serve you. May it support you. May it make you chuckle. I'm sending you all my love from this incredible day in the mountains, from my heart to yours. Be well, take care, and leash your dog while you unleash your heart.